It's Lessons Time with Auntie and Joshua once again. See Auntie here in my African clothes for African Awareness Day. Yeah, I wore me. I had on white yesterday, but looking at African style. Yeah, and today I'm wearing this lovely. Yeah, it's a really nice print. You see, it has in a lot of green and his color. See my beautiful earrings. And Auntie ready to bring it. She just bring it, in her own way. Auntie got her own style. Correct. So we're starting off. I'm trying to position this phone as best I can, and it's trying to slide on me. Yeah, here in the bedroom. And the husband out there watching the TV. I tell him don't disturb himself. Enjoy your time. I'm himself happy. That's what you call consideration. Thinking about it. Thinking about each other. Joshua Bubble. No, I expect Joshua Bubble should be reading for me because he's on his midterm break. Oh, yes, he is. And he had a relaxing day watching cartoons. I said, what do you like? SpongeBob and Sonic? Because we know Joshua has a great sense of humor. I love it. You want to start off the reading or you want me to start, Joshua?
I'm going to start reading.
He's going to start. When he gets tired, Auntie will chip in because Auntie's always here. Auntie always has Joshua's back. Oh, yes. All my children. I got your back. All right, you start off, Bright Spark. Take it away.
One day, Mr. Jenny was always at home cooking.
Cooking cuckoo. I was waiting to see if he knew that word. If he's fully Bajan or not. I never stir cuckoo yet. Don't come for me. Don't come at me. I never stir a cuckoo yet. I don't fancy cuckoo. Well, I like okras. I eat them otherwise, but I don't fancy cuckoo. But I must learn that I can do it for others, right? I'm going to. All right, Mrs. Jenner was alone at home cooking cuckoo. Go on, Joshua.
For dinner for her family who had not yet
Returned
from town. She had forgotten and left her dining room door open.
Suddenly,
She heard a noise, and when she looked around, she saw a masked man pointing a knife at her in a very
strange
strange
sounding
voice.
demanded
Cash and jewelry, money,
an idea suddenly
come to her. She grabbed the pot, hold, and threw the boiling echo water at the
burglar.
burger in the pan. He ran, screamed back, things.
The opened door. You're doing a good job. You can keep going.
And to get her
Cell phone. Mm-hmm.
phone, which she had rest in on the kitchen table, but it was not there. The cell phone had died.
You want Auntie to read now?
Yeah.
My Auntie really tired with the reading. One day, Mrs. Jenner was alone at home, cooking cuckoo stirring for dinner for her family who had not yet returned from town. She had forgotten and left her dining room door open. Suddenly, she heard a noise, and when she looked around, she saw a masked man pointing a knife at her. He, in a very strange sounding voice, demanded cash and jewelry. An idea suddenly came to her. She grabbed the pot handle and threw the boiling okra water at the burglar. In pain, he ran screaming through the open door. Mrs. Jenner turned to get her cell phone, which she had rested on the kitchen table, but it was not there. The cell phone had disappeared. Without wasting time, she rushed over to the new neighbor's house to use their house phone to call the police. The neighbor's small 4-year-old son answered the door. Mrs. Jenner asked if she could speak to his father. The boy replied, "My dad can't see you now. He just returned home with his hands badly burnt and with something green all over the front of his clothes." She turned away in fear and wondering. That's a real interesting story. All right, our first question. What was Mrs. Jenner doing when the burglar entered her house? What was she doing, Joshua?
Cooking.
She was cooking cuckoo. Or you could just say cooking dinner for her family. Cooking cuckoo. At what point of the house did the burglar enter? Which part of the house did the burglar enter, Joshua? Which room? Look at the story and tell me.
The dining room
The
door.
dining room door. Excellent. Why didn't the burglar succeed in robbing Mrs. Jenner?
Because he poured cool steaming water at the burglar.
Yes. She threw the boiling water at him. Why do you think Mrs. Jenner wanted to use her cell phone?
all the keys.
Of course, good job. Why do you think the burglar was masked?
Because she hit him with a pen.
Okay. So if I go into rob a house and I say, I better put on dark clothes, I better wear a mask over my face, what do you think that I will put a mask over my face if I come in to rob your house?
Not to let anybody see your face.
Right, I don't want Joshua to know that I am the person robbing him, because when he called the police, he would say, it was Jessica. I saw her, it was Jessica. Right? But if I'm wearing a mask, all he could maybe say, a tall woman with, maybe he might see my hair, a tall woman with long hair and wearing African clothes or something. But that could be anybody. But if he see my face, he will know for sure it was Jessica, to hide his face. As mentioned in the passage, name an ingredient of the meal being cooked. What's something we put in the pot when we cook in the cocoa? It's one of them noisy days with the computer and the connection, We're flowing with it as always. What's something that she had in the water, Joshua, as she was starting to cook this cocoa? Okra. I can plant them tomorrow. The rain just coming, I saw all day. The okras. I'm planting the okras tomorrow. What part of speech is each of the following as used in the passage? Around. She looked around. I'm going to say that is what y'all want to call it, a preposition. I think so. Telling you where something is positioned. Okay, let me say preposition. Mass, I'm going to say mass is an adjective because it's describing him. Cash. Tell me about cash. Do you think cash is a noun or a verb? What are you thinking, Joshua?
A noun.
Excellent. Pot. Is pot a noun or a verb?
A verb.
Say a verb is a noun too. A pot is a thing. Alright, tell me whether these statements are true or false. You tell me too. The intruder broke into the house. Did he have to break a window or break down a door to get in the house, or he just come in the house easy so because the door was open?
He went in the house because the door was
When in the house
open.
easy, he had to break anything, so that's false. The event took place at lunchtime. Is she cooking lunch? Is she cooking dinner? Or is she cooking breakfast? Dinner. So that's false too. Y'all always think y'all could trick us. The intruder's voice was not familiar to Mrs. Jenner. She recognized the voice, or she said this voice sounds strange. It sounds strange. She didn't know who the person was. No, it's supposed like it was her husband, her children. She said, oh, you part of master trick me, but I could hear your voice. I know it's you. But when she heard this voice, she didn't know who it was. So that part is true. The burglar wanted Mrs. Jenner's purse. Did he want her purse? What did he say? He wanted cash and he wanted jewelry. I didn't hear him say anything about purse, so he ain't concerned about the purse. He want the money and he want the jewelry. He want things, the money to spend, and then the jewelry you could sell it quick. Yeah, make some money, man. So that one was false. All right, we still going. Now how much time? I can go right through with the time, man. See, suddenly was a word that we could use that means see suddenly. Let me see. What did she see suddenly? The pot. So let's see what word we see. What it says that she did to the pot handle. She did what?
So,
Yeah, she grabbed the pot handle. So I grab it, seize it suddenly. Answered would be replied. The little boy replied. Hastily went, probably hurried. She rushed over. Okay. So do you think that the neighbor was the burglar, Joshua?
yes,
Why do you think so?
because the kid gave the identity.
Yeah, because he was burnt. He was probably burnt by the hot water, right? And then he had this green stuff from the okra on the shirt. Good job. That's my detective, Joshua. Remember, Joshua aspires to be a policeman. So he's showing Auntie the good detective skills. Why do you think that her cell phone had disappeared?
Because the burglar stole it.
The burglar stole the phone. Great job. Great job. That is the end of our comprehension. You like this story, Joshua?
Yes.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I didn't looking for it to turn that way. They end up being the neighbor. That was interesting. I thought she would go over and get help, but maybe the burglar escape and they got trying to identify him or something. That was really interesting to me. Good job. All right.